That's it, bro. Today I'm entering my villain arch. Going into the day, I lost $2,929.40. And you might be asking, bro, why are you so cock-a-doodle at trading that you continue to post these? Bro, let me tell you, I am profitable. I will do amazing things. Bro, I'm just sharing liquidity. That's all it is. So what did I see going into the day? What did I like? What was my bias? Etc., etc., etc. So going into the day, I was bearish, okay? You can see on the 15-minute, we had been plummeting. We had a bunch of LRL to the sell side, and we had really good displacement from 8:30 pre-market. Pre-market displacement obviously showed that we wanted these lows. So I continue into the day. Right? Notice these draws. On ES, we also edged a daily fair value gap. Like we edged it, bro. Like we edged it like you're 3 hours in, bro, and just one kiss could set you off. And, you know, praise God. All right, I'll rebuke it entirely. But, you know, it's a metaphor that the people will understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be relatable. It's not necessarily that I dabble in the same concepts. Whatever, bro. We're getting off topic. Seriously, you need to focus. So going into the day, we immediately have Drake Wiener displacement to the upside. I gotta stop. And we continue. And what do we get? We get a bunch of nothing. Right here, no entries, right? We edge DOLs. We edge liquidity below. I really want shorts. We have nothing here, right? We don't have any 30-second entries or anything like that. Nothing looks that good. I was ready for a 30-second short right here. I'm not going to hold you, but we just never quite got it. And then we were just like playing with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, we just didn't do it. The Nasdaq does whatever it wants. And then we finally got chopped. And then we got a 1-minute inversion to the sell side. Now, Clay Baby 386, maybe Cash Baby, why did you not take this trade, lady? The reason, that's got to be corny. The reason why I didn't take this trade was simply because of the absolute wiener candle that we had here. If you go on the hourly time frame, bro, this looks horrendous. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? This is a 125 fluid ounce 6'5" white boy penis candle, bro. These are the types of things. And I'm telling you, last week I learned this lesson, bro. Do not trade against wicks with candle wicks like this, bro. You just don't do it. We were respecting the 1 hour. We were respecting the 4 hour. Keep in mind, it looked even worse when we were up here, right? Respecting the 1 hour like crazy, bro. What is this? 6'5" white boy, 128 fluid ounce wiener candle, bro. And on the 4, we're respecting a 1 hour. We're respecting a 4 hour. We are displacing so heavily from all these draws. And this trade is completely invalid and you can't change my mind, okay? So we finally get some displacement right here. But there's 2 reasons why I don't like this. 1, because of the rejection wick. But 2, because of ES, bro. Equal highs to the 15-minute fair value gap. The way I see it is simple, bro. We should have made this. We should have dumped a long time ago if this SMT with the 15-minute was going to hold us. Based on all the bullishness, I know that ES really wants this trade. So if ES wants to go up, then that means my stop loss right here is unprotected. This one right here, bro. This trade to me does not make sense. I heard some similar people say some similar stuff online. It's the exact same reason why I faded the trade, right? Because we got lucky that ES SMT'd at this high, but you can see ES did take this high. Anyone who took this trade got lucky that their stop loss didn't get blown out, and the market is damn lucky. Woo-hoo-hoo! The market is damn lucky that it didn't resweep, because I would have taken this trade and I would have absolutely done it. But anyways, we got no valid inversion here. I mean, maybe there was like a 15-second, and there was. Oh, papi un chulo, why do you not see this? Anyways, I probably should have gone down to the 15-second. This trade, honestly, oh my gosh, and that displacement looks incredible. But now I know, you know, I had a clear bias, but actually no, because of the rejection wick. I'm not even going to hold you. So I didn't like it. I said, okay, Daddy will take a con to the downside if he's presented with one, right? So what does he do? Daddy waits for a con, and then he finally gets it, right? We get a continuation. We tap into both. It's looking incredible, right? Not only do we IFG on the 5 minute, but then we tap into 2 5 minutes, holding both of them, creating a continuation towards an abundance of DOLs below, right? It's the same reason why no one on this 1 minute short, bro. Your TP was right here. You got absolutely blue balled, bro. 50 gold balloons, man. And it sucks, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. So we finally tap into this 5 minute. We chop around a little bit, right? We create a 2 minute fair value gap somewhere here, right? We create an SMT, and then we honestly get good displacement. I like this trade a lot. We create an internal SMT with a 5 minute fair value gap. We have an abundance of DOLs below, equal lows below. It was honestly worth the risk, bro. And not to mention, it was going to be a great RR trade. It would have been something out of a movie, right? This is high resistance. It shouldn't be traded back to. We have an abundance of DOLs. The market proved by inversing the 1 hour and the 4 hour that we wanted to go lower. This trade looks great. The only thing that is wrong with it is because ES chop fest, bro. This shit looks like dookie butt. Literal dookie ass dripping out of me, bro. This does not look good at all. And therefore, honestly, maybe it should have been faded. But you know what? Screw what anybody else said, because of course, okay, yeah, I get my back blown out by the candle, whatever, bro. I'm begging for mercy. And what is ES doing? ES continues down, bro. Keep in mind that this is the candle I entered off of on NQ, and I would have gotten break even. I don't know what it's been, bro, but for the past month, all my trades are at least kind of working out on ES. It's pissing me off. But whatever, bro. There's not much I can do about it. So what lessons did you learn, Clay baby? Like, Cash, you can say whatever you want, but it's not gonna save you, bro. You need to save yourself. I know I do. I'm trying. But this is what I need to do. I just need to take into account ES, bro. ES is chopping a lot. This price action does not look clean. It does not look like something out of a movie. It looks like something out of a horror movie, something out of a nightmare, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's like you meet up with some girl off Tinder, but then, you know, she ends up being a dude, you know, and you don't realize until you're like 10 minutes into getting the job done. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That's probably relatable. A lot of you have probably gone through that experience. I haven't, though, okay? But really, it's just worrying about ES. I'm happy with this. Let's do a little recap of my trading recently. I've been following my rules. I've been doing good. I've been trying not to chase price action much. This is all true. What I need to do is be a little bit more picky with what I want. Hey, guys, what do you want? Hey, are you eating my socks? Are you eating my socks, boy? Look at guys, this is the 4-pound dog I was talking about earlier. And so what I realize is I'm doing good. I need to be a little more picky. I need to worry about ES, right? If I have my model, I have conviction, and ES isn't going to screw me over, then I should take the trade. I didn't take the 1 minute trade because ES was going to screw me over, and you got lucky if you took that trade because the SMT, but fuck you, seriously. And then I didn't care about ES for the 2 minute trade. So if I'm looking at it objectively here, it seems like a little bit of FOMO, a little bit of get me in the market, which is true because I had high conviction towards a deal equal lows that ended up never getting touched after a 1 hour, 4 hour inversion, 15-minute getting respected, 5-minute continuation to the downside. I mean, it really doesn't look bad. The only thing I messed up on was that ES was Chop City, bro. I saw it as LRL. I said, for sure the LR will get swept. Sure enough, it gets swept on ES after my stop loss gets ran. And then none of the duels end up getting touched at all. So it was unfortunate. Also, my dog has one eyeball. It is what it is, bro. It's not that serious. He still is handsome. One in the chat if he's handsome, bro. Put it in the comments. But so I just have to keep remembering these lessons. I have to keep learning these lessons and just knowing, right? Follow my model, get your inversion, high time frame alignment, conviction, good displacement, which this trade arguably didn't have as well. The displacement really wasn't the best, but it wasn't anything out of a horror movie either. It was a solid stab, but I have to realize, right, if we're chopping up, down, up, right? We have these cons, but ES is looking horrible. Price kind of didn't know where it wanted to go. If you were watching the markets live in the moment, it's kind of like, what are we doing? There was these crazy wicks out of nowhere, heavy displacement just for it to end up nowhere. And it was just understanding, like, you know, where do we go from here? So I think that's what I need to realize more. I think intraday movements, like seeing how the candles move, conviction towards DOLs while making sure ES and NQ are clean. Because even if I have conviction towards a DOL, if it isn't clean, then I really don't want to take it. What I should have done was I had high conviction that 15-minute, but I didn't off the rejection wick. And I don't know why sometimes the rejection wick matters. I think it does. I don't think it's worth trading against a rejection wick that looks like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. That's one of the big, like a big M and an AMD. I told myself not to be scared of that. That was one of my rules. But unfortunately, I think based off the reaction, the fact that we ended up respecting the 1 hour and the 4 hour, I don't think it was a bad play. So it is something to consider, something to journal, maybe because of the conviction, the amount of DOLs below, because we had the edge liquidity, daily fair value gap, and we had a 5-minute fair value gap that we could have traded into with the 1-minute inversion short. But the fact that ES obviously won the 15-minute, I think that was a W fade. I could have taken the 15-second short. That honestly probably wouldn't have been an amazing play. So something to consider. High conviction, go down into lower time frames if you really want the trade. Also with the rejection wicks, I mean, I think there's a reason why a lot of these mentors in the space didn't take the 1-minute short, bro. I mean, some people did, but honestly, it was fadeable because of the rejection wick. I think that's just a conviction thing. I did not have high conviction after all that displacement and that rejection wick because we did have a 1 hour unmitigated fair value gap above that we could have easily displaced to before going short more. Also, all-time highs conditions. I wouldn't really want to be shorting up here. So I wanted something to prove it to me. It proved it to me, but unfortunately on ES, it just didn't look that good. And that's why price ended up just running, right? And the fact that we went up for no reason, it doesn't really make sense, bro. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. But we learn and we get a little bit better every day. I just need to think about ES more. I'm also really not liking these trades late into session. 10-30 trades just haven't been seeming to play out. I think I can take them if we've been chopping around or we haven't really been doing much. But in these conditions, bro, it's get in, get out, like right during macro time, before macro time, in the first few minutes of market open, make your money and leave. Right, I had conviction towards these DOLs, but I didn't like the wick, and there isn't really anything to learn here except watch out for ES. So that's my ramble. Chat, me and my beautiful girlfriend, we took photos together and we look so cute, right? So really just W's in the chat for me and my girlfriend. Shout out God. I learned something really good, chat. Galatians 6, chapter 6, verse 9. It is an absolute beauty if you want to search it up. It's all about hard work, work ethic. Praise God. I'm working on the cursing thing. You know, there's conviction. I got the cross around my neck. You're never going to see it because the microphone's always in the way. But trust me, it's there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, gentlemen with gentle hands, I'm on my villain arch.